Hey everyone, it's Johnny Struggles here with some more of the Last Starship Playtest Update 2. We are working on what I'm calling a heavy hauler. It's going to do it for a passenger mission, but also cargo. So tons of space. This thing has room for 692 cabins, so it's a lot of people. And we're probably going to test life support out, but I want to show you something here. I got fusion reactors set up on here, and they run on deuterium, and so I have deuterium in the loaders and tanks get stored up, run into the reactors, and the reactors are plugged in, but they're not turned on. They're not doing anything. So there's a trick to this. The reactor you have to supply power to get it to start. So I have this little reactor in front here that I'm going to use to jumpstart the fusion reactor. So I'll go to cable. I'm going to disconnect everything past this reactor. I'm just going to start this guy right here. Get him plugged in. So now this bar here is going to start going up and charging. Maybe. Oh, I got speed slow. Let me put it on 3 actually, because this takes a bit. So this reactor is spooling up to 100 megawatts, and this thing's slowly building up its charge. And once this gets to the top, it'll start using deuterium and start producing power. On idle, it produces 50 megawatts regardless of anything, minimum 50 megawatt. But it will go up to 500 megawatts. And I have no idea how much power I need for this ship. I have no guns or anything, it's just engines and thrusters and life support. So I have 4 fusion reactors, which is 2,000 megawatts, plus this little jump starter here, which is another 100. So this is started, firing up, boom, we have 50 megawatts. So now I'm going to plug it into the rest of the ship. And there we go, things are starting to charge. These are going to slowly go up. I'll leave this guy plugged in for right now until everything's going. Let's get out of the debug here. Power grid. So batteries are charging. Well, it says 900 megawatts in the reactor. I guess there's some glitch there because it's 5 there, 1 there, 6. And then, I don't know, the other 3 are charging. It's pulling up and they're about to go. Almost there. Okay, they're online. And the reactor output went even higher, which is weird. So I don't know what that's about. Maybe there's some kind of bonus you can get somewhere. Okay, so we are spooled up. Let's disconnect our small reactor here. We don't want it running. It's going to stand by 5 megawatts. Let's go ahead and disconnect the pipe then. There we go. Cut off the fuel from it. I'll leave the cable connected. So maybe in the future there could be some automated switches you can do with this and have some automation around this. Very excited for some of the stuff to come in the future and what it might be. I'm hoping for some automatic stuff you can do, like in maybe some Factorio type logic you can do in the game, especially around life support. Okay, so alright, the guys are taking off their suits. It's the atmosphere. We are green. I put 12 bottles of O2 in here just to get something started. So these tanks are third full. And so I'm going to be doing some experimentation here because I can hold so many people in the ship. I got 2 sewage pipes, a bunch of tanks for buffer, then 6 waste treatment, tanks for buffer, water purifiers, tanks for buffer, oxygen make it happeners, more oxygen tanks for buffer, and then air ducts. I got that to kind of see, how much of each item I need. Try to figure out some ratios, if it's 1-to-1, or I need 1 waste treatment machine and 3 purifiers, whatever works. I'm going to try to mess with that. Same with the CO2 scrubber. I know in the update 2 they said the scrubber is twice as effective. And the last game I was kind of messing with 2 scrubbers and 3 processors. So I might end up adding a 3rd processor for this 1 scrubber. I'm also thinking I only have 2 scrubbers right now. Will be way too little for this ship. But I do have some room in here and some other space here. I can make room to put more scrubbers in here, even in the front. The same idea. I'm going to try to experiment a little bit. I don't have much space up here because I used all this huge amount of room for this septic system here. Just to see what happens. Now, one thing you may or may not know is there is a timer. So if you go to debug, if you happen to notice this, there's a welfare timer. And it counts up to 10 minutes. Or counts up or down. Every 10 minutes, it hits a welfare timer. And what it will do is consume 4 food and 20 water per person you have on your ship, per crew and civilian. It seems like. So if you have 100 people, it's going to consume like 2,000 water. Is that right? That can't be right. I'll have to check that. But if it's 20 water per person, yeah, that'd be a lot of water. Maybe not quite that much. Maybe the civilians pull less. We'll have to try to check things out and see how that goes. But I do notice with just crew in here, it will pull 20 water and 4 food per person, per crew member, every 10 minutes. And I've seen it pull much larger sums before, and I assume it's due to the civilians you have on their ship. So we're going to find out. I'm just going to test all this stuff out today. But I think we are good to go. We have basic crew on board. The ship life support is online. We are fueled up. No, we have some fuel on board. 54% there. 60% are large tanks. So with the fusion reactors, you have deuterium. That only supplies fuel to the fusion reactors. You still need fuel tanks for your engines. And I don't have that many on the ship. This is going to be a big boat. It's not made for performance or anything. I've not even moved this yet. This will be the first time we do any movement with it. I have no idea how well it's going to do anything. So let's just kick it. No, actually, it moves pretty good. It can't be too heavy because there's no armor. There's no weapons. You got a lot of thrusters on it, so it can maneuver pretty good, actually. Oh yeah, this thing on a dime. Do Yui. 6 thrusters here, 4 there, 2 more, and then a couple in the back. That was quite a bit. Alright, well, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's see how much power we use with full throttle here. So we are running just under 1 reactor. I was thinking I might only need 2 reactors to run this ship. My concern was life support. I have no idea how much power I'm going to consume in life support once things are going. So I had extra reactors just in case. My thought was I only needed 2. So we'll see. That'll be another thing to check out because I've not run a game through with fusion reactors. I've installed it on a few ships, but not really played through it to see how well it works or how much power things consume. Okay, let's go to technicals, do a U-turn. Pull a little bit more power. All those thrusters. Okay, cool. Kill throttle. Alright, well let's play the game. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to every location, pick up all the passengers I can, we'll try to do some rescues, and we'll pick up all the cargo I can, but I'm not gonna deliver them. I'm just gonna pick them up. Once they get full of passengers, maybe I'll start delivering. I think if you don't deliver passengers someplace, maybe they disappear off your ship. I don't recall exactly how that works. Same with cargo. I think maybe it disappears or when you go to some place it might unload. But if I don't click on deliver, I'm curious if they unload at all. They might just be stuck on the ship. I just kind of want to fill it up and see how well things do or don't work. Alright, so let's do it. Right at the start, we have contracts. We'll go ahead and accept this default one, nomad, and evacuation. Passenger transport request. Sure, let's do it. Another one, certainly. Cargo, certainly. We're going to have to hire some more crew because 5 is not going to do it for handling all the cargo. Let's put the speed back down to normal. Passenger transport, certainly. Come on aboard. And cargo. And then trade. We're going to go ahead and buy. So right now I'm going to play the game as normal. I'm going to try not to cheat. Try not to use a debug. So we'll see how it works. Deuterium usually is rare. So there's only like 2 items here. We're going to go buy it. We're going to buy 13 crew available. One thing with update 2 is crew now costs money. They charge you money to hire crew. We're going to go with yeah, sure. $10 more, that should be 15, that's fine. And most of them will get spacesuits. We have no drones or anything. Okay, food. We'll want as much food as possible. I might need to make more storage space for food and water. That's the bad thing with the waste treatment. There's no way to get the water out into the containers to drink, which would be nice. But maybe in the future, I'm sure there's going to be a future update. And the game is still very early development, so I'm very excited about what's going to come from this game. We're going to buy a couple oxygen containers just in case we need them, just in case we start dipping low. We should have plenty right now, though. Fuel, should we got all of it? It's so cheap right now. Let's buy all of it. Let's get our guys tied up. This whole episode will just be these guys unloading cargo. Maybe I'll just skip ahead. Alright, and that's all we're going to do. We're not going to do anything else. Confirm. I may cheat if I have to do this life support stuff around. Maybe. Alright, so let's do ×5. Okay, the ship's in the back docking port. I have 2 docking ports, one on each end in the back, and here and here. And being this is like a passenger like cruise ship, then with a huge amount of cargo space. Figured right here when you come in, there's stairs on either side. At least in this case, a ladder. I noticed that on the crate ship mode, it's a ladder. I thought in the normal game it says stairs. Should we go to trade? Does it have stairs here? I don't see any stairs. But like one has stairs, one has a ladder maybe? I don't know. Anyway, 4 ladders here to make it easy for passengers to come and go. And same in the rear, got ladders for passengers to come and go quickly. So we're bringing all supplies in. Oh, should we go a little faster? Actually, let's do this. Let's go to the sector map. And where are we going to go? So we can go to this colony and pick up more passengers and not necessarily deliver what we got. So that'll be our next stop. Now we will FTL, prepare a jump. Does this place have any FTL fuel pellets charges? Let's go and buy some because it's probably going to be about the cheapest we're going to get right here. Confirm. Let me start off with $1 million space bucks. So I spent almost half, a third of my money or so just on supplies. So here on these wings here, this is all food storage, and then water storage on these wings up here. Food and water. See the fans going, scrubbers going. I'll have to keep an eye. Let's zoom the UI up a little bit. Plus sign on the keyboard. Oh yeah, we just lost 1,680 water with 69 passengers. So what is the math on that? I don't even know. That seems like it's a lot more, actually. Oh, 69 passengers and 15 crew would be, what, 84 times 20? Would be, yeah, that sounds about right, yeah. So 20 water per person. So, yeah, you're going to use a lot of water quick. So 67,000 water. And 7,000 food. Alright. Are we unloaded? We are unloaded. Let's go to normal speed. FTL. Let's make this jump happen. Now I'm thinking I might have to cheat and just get some money. Not cheat. Maybe I have to make some deliveries to get some money to actually buy supplies. Right now we only have 69 passengers. We delivered O2, but I think they already put in the tanks already. Construction. The tanks are at 26%, so I'm just going to gauge how much is in here for if we need to buy more or not. This slowly drops down, that's an issue. Now this system is separate from this system here. So the oxygen this is producing goes in these tanks, and the oxygen this is producing goes in these tanks. But the oxygen I'm loading up from canisters goes in here as well. Reason being, the septic currently, if I have too much waste, there's no penalty for it, that just builds up. But if this gets blocked up and you can't scrub CO2, then you can back up your CO2 and people suffocate. But since this is a huge ship, I can build up a lot of CO2 on the ship before it becomes an issue. So, we're just going to see how that goes. Contracts. Let's see who we can pick up. We're going to ignore these deliveries. We'll definitely do a rescue mission. I'm curious how nimble the ship is to dock. Cargo, sure. More the merrier for passengers. More cargo, we can fill this thing up. I do wonder if cargo adds weight to the ship. Like the more cargo you have, does that add weight and slow your ship down? For acceleration and turning and everything? Okay, this speeds up the loading and unloading. Obviously the graphics aren't there for the docking port when they're sideways. They're there for bottom, but it doesn't look quite right, like it's overlapping Like when you place it here, it's overlapping the walls in front of it. But there's still some. This placeholder art. You can see very fancy docking port. Large tanks. Okay, trade. I should probably slow down trade. Deuterium, buy 2 more. Food, about 20. Plus 50% though, still cheap as far as price goes. Water. I'm buy water because I'm just thinking everyone's going to get very thirsty. We had 600 people. That's, what, 12,000 water? No, that's 120,000 water? Something ridiculous. I don't know. We'll figure out the math later. And fuel. How much fuel do we have on the ship? 100,000. Let's go ahead and confirm that. How much fuel is in the tank? 100% full. So my fuel tanks are full. Let me buy just a few fuel canisters. So they're on here. Yeah, so 100K is basically a full load of fuel for our engines. I mean, I gotta imagine that's last a long time. Oh, cool new thing with update 2 now. If your engine needs fuel, it lets you know about it. I shouldn't say engine. The reactor. If the reactor needs fuel, it'll let you know about it. But the engines will too, I believe. They may flash as well. Okay. Normal, or not normal speed. Back to 5x. Okay, sector map. Let's go here to this colony. And now the anomaly is going to start growing on us. FTL. Prepare for jump. Still a lot of trade to go. Should go a little quicker. Such a big ship takes them forever to unload. Should we trade for more people? We have 15 right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least they get spacesuits. Confirm. Alright. Welcome aboard, people. We're filling up our supply rooms. No CO2 buildup, so far so good. So right now we have 101 people on board. Alright, FTL. Jump button. Let's speed up the jump a bit. Alright. We made it safely. Fuel's at 100K. Did not buy any. Contracts. Let's see who else we can pick up. So rescue them, yeah, we can do that. Passenger transport, we can do that. Cargo, sure. Sure. And certainly. Okay. Trade, what do we get to trade? I'm going to make a note to always buy deuterium. I have no idea how fast it gets used versus how much I'm using. There's no note up here for it as well, so I should start manually looking at that. So I'm not going to buy anything else. We'll leave it as is. Hopefully that doesn't bite us. So our deuterium tanks are at 51%. So we have a ton of deuterium. Power grid. We're using like 200 megawatts, so we're barely using any fuel. So basically the reactors are idling at 50 megawatts each. Logistics is spiking. And life support is jumping up there here and there. So the main thing was logistics, or life support, how much that's going to jump. Now logistics, I don't know what consumes power for logistics. I have no idea. Docking port? I don't know. That's still a mystery. Okay, sector map. Rescue, let's do that. We will check out a rescue mission. Okay, FTL. Prepare for jump. I've noticed sometimes there's a lag now. Once it aligns, like, okay, overshot. No, this one did it. I noticed sometimes it is green, but once they abort or cancel, then it shows okay. Do it. out of oxygen. I just noticed that. O2, we're already having a problem. Atmosphere. I think we just ran out there. Okay, well, let's see what we can do with this mission real quick and see what happens. Oh, does it not recognizing the side docking ports? I wonder if there's a limit. Well, this is going to be interesting. I have to put my butt up to it. I might have to do something in the editor real quick to redesign that. Because I really don't want to turn sideways and put my butt up to the side of their ship. I'd rather just dock to the side. But realistically, that's the only way I can dock to them without overlapping my engines on his ship. Okay. There we go. Pretty good. Okay, now it feels like it's kind of slow. But okay, there's the side doors. They're showing up now. Okay, that's weird. Maybe just the closest ones to it were lighting up. Okay, ignore that thing about the things overlapping. And we're going to go past it a bit. Maybe our engine can fit in here without touching them when we dock. I think we might scrape some paint there. Nope. Okay, let's move them a little bit. Is that going to get me? No. Man, I just don't like that ship in particular. Okay, maneuvering. I'm going to try using the keyboard. The thing is, I want to use my right hand for the keyboard to do the thrusters and the mouse to do the throttle. There needs to be a key for the throttle here that I don't know about. Or just not implemented. Okay, stop. You've gone too far. Reverse. Oh wow, we have tons of thrusters to make this happen. Nope. I'll zoom in here and get a good shot on this. Oh, that pushed us off a little bit. I'm so happy they changed the keys for the... oh my gosh. Okay, we're docked at a weird angle. At 2,500 health. And we're going to get 24 people here. Let's check the atmosphere. It looks okay. Okay, everyone's on board. We will undock. Probably should already choose the target out of here. We will go... there's a shipyard there, so we'll go there. Short jump. FTL. Prepare jump. Close the door. Now before when I had a ship like this with a bunch of waste and CO2 scrubbing, the O2 ran out, but everything maintained. Like, we didn't go less, we didn't go more. I didn't check. Do we have extra? Yeah, these tanks are empty. But you can see there's still air ducts are moving, so we're pushing some stuff out. These air ducts moving, so we're getting stuff pushed in the air, into the air. We're pushing air into the air. I'm pushing O2 out in the atmosphere. So it can't be that bad, right? Everything is full green. But either way, we're at 189 people. So trade, let's go ahead and buy some O2. Hopefully it's not too expensive. If they have it, 60. Let's buy 10 and see what that gives us. Confirm. Oh, let's go trade. Deuterium. 4 of them. That's cool. What are we at on that? We're at 55%. So yeah, the last stuff we bought, that might be viable. I mean, we're not using too much power. So far anyway. So that might be good. We have a shipyard here, so we need to repair our ship as well, because we have no drones to do that for us. We'll buy 3 of those, 18 grand, and get our ship repaired. And now, again, update 2, they fixed the floor tiles. I don't know if you caught that, but the floor here was crooked, all banged up. Now when you do repairs, it fixes the tiles. Okay, we're getting our oxygen loaded contracts. Let's see, can we get more people on the ship? 10,000 O2, alright. Urgent passengers, sure. Was 25 civilians? Come on board. What, 11 more? Come on aboard. Sure, another rescue. Cargo, let's do it. Passenger transport, more the merrier. Urgent, 24 civilians, let's do it. Cargo, why not? Okay. Let's speed that up a little bit. Get everyone boarded. Alright, cargo. It would be nice to make this bigger if there's an option to have a bigger one. Or if there was a different option for cargo. If you have just cargo coming in, maybe a different port you can have that puts a crate of cargo in. Instead of having little boxes, you can have like bigger crates. Something like that. Like instead of the individual items, maybe you can have a crate which could hold a bit more. And that can be moved by like a forklift or something. I don't know. Or just conveyor belt and move it. And have it load in different areas. Okay. Alright. I think we're off to a good start. And I think I'm going to end the first video right there. Hope you enjoyed watching. If you watched this point, hey, please click like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't. I'd really appreciate it. And enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks, everyone. Bye.